Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here this afternoon. At this time, we'd like to call this Eagle Pass Independent School District regular meeting to order. It is 5:48, and we call this meeting to order. Next, if we can have a moment of silence, please. First and foremost, for our good friend, our colleague, Ms. Lupita Fuentes, and to everyone that has passed away. Thank you. Now we will have a Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mijares, will you please lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Mr. Mijares. Now we will have roll call. We have Ms. Hilda P. Martinez, Vice President, present. Dr. Hector Alvarez, Secretary, present. Ms. Glenna Purcell, Trustee, present. Mr. Christopher Hiller, Trustee, present. Mr. Victor E. Perry, Trustee, present. Mr. Samuel Mijares, our Superintendent, present. Ms. Valeria Carrillo, our Attorney, present. And myself, Jorge Barrera, present. Now we will move to citizens' communications and recognitions. And we do have a citizens' communication. We have Mr. Alfredo Heredia.
Good afternoon, school board. My name is Alfredo Heredia. I'm the Eagle Pass Softball Little League president. Some of my board members are also here present. We were looking to see if we can get back to our girls playing at the EPISD sports complex, the softball complex that was built for them. And we service over 300 girls ages 4 to 14. The league in itself 2 years ago was not able to kind of have somewhere to play, so they sent girls out of town to play. They couldn't play here in town because of usage of facilities. I know in the past the board, the school board had, or not school, with the uses of facilities, they were kind of very steep as far as how much money they had to pay for the summer for the girls to play. Our fee goes back to the girls in equipment, shirts, and others, charters, and such as those things that we have to pay back to the league in order for them to have a season. So we asked that the school board kind of look into it, and we're willing to pay as a Little League, we're willing to pay something to use a facility from May to July, but not at a cost where we can't give these young ladies a season for them to play. So again, we thank you for listening, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Heredia. Now we move to recognitions. Number 1, celebration of Ms. Lupita Fuentes for her dedicated service to the Eagle Pass Independent School District as school board member for 21 years.
Good evening, Mr. President, distinguished members of the board, and of course, Superintendent Mijares. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you this evening. Our first recognition for tonight will be to recognize and remember our beloved school board trustee, Ms. Lupita Fuentes. Ms. Lupita Fuentes was a beloved and active member of the Eagle Pass ISD Board of Trustees for almost 21 years. During her decades-long work with EPISD, countless projects saw fruition thanks to her dedication to the students and staff. Every day, Ms. Fuentes worked to make sure that EPISD lived up to her belief of excellence in education. And it is because of this belief that EPISD has flourished in what to you now know is today. There is no way to thank her for all that she has done for EPISD, but her memory and her work will forever be remembered. At this time, we would like for Ms. Fuentes' family that is joining us this evening to please come forward to receive several tokens of appreciation from various dignitaries. We will begin with a token of appreciation presented by your EPISD Board of Trustees and Superintendent. We ask for the family to please remain as at this time we welcome the City of Eagle Pass, Mayor Pro Tem William Davis, and from City Council, Ms. Monica Cruz, Mr. Elias Diaz, and Mr. Mario Garcia.
Hello. Just real quick, I'd like to present to the family of Ms. Fuentes. It says Lupita Fuentes, Eagle Pass Independent School District, Board of Trustees, Excellence in Education, May 2003 to 2024. May her legacy live forever. On behalf of the PASD Board and the staff.
Also from the City of Eagle Pass, we have City Manager Mr. Homero Valderas.
Good afternoon. On behalf of our Honorable Mayor Rolando Salinas, who couldn't be here today, he sends his regards, but I am joined by my colleagues on council, Councilman Mario Garcia, Councilwoman Monica Cruz, Councilman Elias Diaz, and our City Manager Homero Valderas. Would like to present this proclamation on behalf of the City of Eagle Pass, honoring Maria Guadalupe Lupita Fuentes, 1958 to 2024. Whereas today we honor Maria Guadalupe Lupita Fuentes for selflessly giving her time, knowledge, talents, and for being a dedicated servant to the residents of City of Eagle Pass, Maverick County. And whereas Maria Guadalupe Lupita Fuentes lived and worked in the City of Eagle Pass, earning her vocational nurse's license in 1982, and served as a Maverick County and Kinney County Director of the Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, known as WIC, and was employed by the United Medical Centers for 33 years. And whereas for over 20 years, Lupita Fuentes served the residents of the City of Eagle Pass and Maverick County as a Board of Trustee of Eagle Pass Independent School District. Whereas Lupita Fuentes was a very proud mother of twins, Manrique Jr. and Cristina, and son Victor Adrian, and proud grandmother of 6 grandchildren. And whereas Ms. Fuentes' commitment and service to community and reflected in her extensive resume to include the Maverick County Appraisal District, the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, the Texas Association of School Boards, TASB, and the Texas Association of Local WIC Directors, Texas WIC Program Region 8, and the National WIC Association. And whereas Ms. Fuentes was also a proud member of Team of 8, and was a strong advocate for the children and employees of our district, following the same motto and stance since her induction to the board in 2003, excellence in education. And whereas the City of Eagle Pass wishes to honor, celebrate, and memorialize Ms. Lupita Fuentes' life of an unwavering service, duty, love, and kindness. Now, therefore, I, Rolando Salinas Jr., Mayor of the City of Eagle Pass, Texas, do hereby express our deepest gratitude for the legacy of Maria Guadalupe Lupita Fuentes. And I urge all of my fellow citizens to join me in taking this opportunity to honor her life and memory. In witness hereof, I set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Eagle Pass to be affixed this 15th day of April, 2024. We'd like to present this to you, but this is the hardest proclamation I've ever had to read. She was not only a great school board member, a great person, a great mother, and a great friend. She is a true friend to the citizens of all of Eagle Pass. If we could call her anything, it is la amiga del pueblo, porque sabes que a todos la conocían y todos la adoraban. And we will always miss her, and she's always in our hearts. I would like to invite our colleagues of council, if you'd like to say a few words, or would you all like to say?
It's so difficult to find the words to be able to convey the sense of loss for all of our community members. I just today I was reviewing some of my memories, and she popped up on my feed, and I shared it, and I got this overwhelming amount of response to it. I think we all learned a lot from Lupita in one way or another, but if we learned one thing, I think we learned how to live the life of a warrior. And I think in her honor, that's all we can continue to do, right? Continue to fight for a better Eagle Pass, continue to fight for better health systems, continue to fight for the things that matter to each and every single one of us. To the family, I just want to let you know I'm with you in your pain. But this continues. The relationship that I had with her, it continues with you all. I'm honored to have Manrique as a colleague. We honor you on behalf of Maverick County Hospital District, and we support you in your journey. Thank you.
And now from Maverick County, please welcome Commissioners Roberto Ruiz, Olga Ramos, and Roxy Rios. And of course, your Maverick County Judge, Mr. Ramsey English Cantu.
First, to Lupita's family. And I, of course, thank, the Board of Directors for the Board of Trustees from Eagle Pass ISD for having this opportunity to have entities and, of course, communities, our leadership in this community come forth to honor the life of Lupita. I think that when we all look towards what Lupita has done in this community, it's immense. Years and years of service to the Eagle Pass Independent School District, years and years of service to the WIC program and to the healthcare system as a nurse, and working ultimately to make sure that this community is better than what she left it. And that's one of the things that I know that Lupita, it had been very difficult for me in those days when we were notified of her passing, because I know that she was an individual whom I, like many leaders in this community, spoke to and relied to for advice, for pretty much as to serve as a mentor to many. And Lupita was one of those individuals whom we were always very proud to say that we could call a friend, but more than anything, that was a great community leader here in Maverick County. It is the honor, of course, of the court today to pay tribute to Lupita's life alongside each and every one of you all for all that she has done. And we'd like to, of course, just as well present this simple but yet very heartfelt token of appreciation for her years of service, but more than anything for all that she attributed to this great community of ours. With your permission, I'll read this into the official Maverick County record. Whereas Lupita Fuentes was known as a community activist for many years, and where her love and passion to serve was evident in her years of service to the community, in her public service and dedication to our women and youth in our great county. And whereas it is always important to honor the life of those whom we have loved and lost, most especially those whom have impacted our society. And whereas Lupita is one of those Maverick County citizens who has shown the courage and valor to strive for greatness in all that she ever did, such as serving as a board trustee of the Eagle Pass Independent School District since May of 2003. She served as president of the district, accomplishing many new constructions of schools and the iconic Eagle Pass Independent School District Student Activity Center. Ms. Fuentes was also the Maverick County and Kinney County Director of the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, WIC, for the United Medical Centers for nearly 33 years. Mrs. Fuentes' commitment and service to the community is reflected by her extensive resume, to include the past secretary and current chairperson of the Maverick County Appraisal District, member of the American Cancer Society, co-chair of the Relay for Life for 3 consecutive years, served as a delegate of the Texas Association of School Boards, TASB, member of the Texas Association of Local WIC Directors, the Texas WIC Program Region 8 representative, and member of the National WIC Association. Mrs. Fuentes is also a proud member of Team 8 and is a strong advocate for the children and employees of our district, following the same motto and stance since her induction into the board in 2003, which was always known as excellence in education. And whereas we must all be proud of her accomplishments, we must also be grateful that her life left a lasting legacy as a strong woman elected leader in our county, and that she encouraged other women to do the same, often quoting that WIC stood for Women in Charge. And whereas today, Maverick County honors Lupita as one that made a difference and one that took strides to accomplish large goals in life, to make it better than what she found it. Now, therefore, I, Ramsey English Cantu, Judge of Maverick County, Texas, together with the Maverick County's Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim Lupita Fuentes and her life as a Maverick County leader with a legacy. And I call upon the citizens of Maverick County from Eagle Pass, Quemado, Normandy, and El Indio, Texas, to join me in celebrating Lupita's life and honoring her by keeping her name present in our thoughts, minds, and prayers, as we further thank her children, Manrique Jr., Cristina, Victor Adrian, and 6 grandchildren, for lending Lupita to us and for making a difference in Maverick County society. In witness hereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of Maverick County to be affixed this 15th day of April, 2024. To the life of Lupita Fuentes, we honor her, we honor you all, and we thank her for all that she did for Maverick County and for our youth, and most especially our women. To Lupita. Commissioners.
Tonight, we have come together as a district, city, and county to remember one truly remarkable woman, a woman that is hard to put into words. So as they say, a picture is worth 1,000. I direct you all to the screens as we relive our most precious memories with Miss Lupita Fuentes.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
first you both go out your way, and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
On behalf of Eagle Pass ISD, to the Fuentes family, thank you for everything that your mother has brought to this district. At this time, before you sit down, would any of you like to say a few words? Family.
Honestly, this was beautiful to watch. I appreciate all of you being a part of this celebration of our mother's life. I know that serving on the school board was something that was unbelievably important to her. She loved to serve, and again, I just seeing her, in her element, it just makes us very happy, and I appreciate, and I'm glad to be able to share in all those memories with all of you. So on behalf of my family, I truly appreciate all the effort and the coordination that went into planning this. It was really touching, and it was very special. Thank you very much.
My brother said it best, but I have to add that all I could think about was that she would be so happy to see all of you, your families here to support your kiddos and ready to celebrate their accomplishments. So she would be so happy to move on to the next item to say, we're gonna celebrate together all of our children from the district. So yes, thank you so much for your wonderful tribute to our mother, but she would love nothing more than for y'all to smile again and to celebrate everyone's accomplishments moving forward.
And as Christina said it best, we are going to continue with our celebrations for all of our campuses at this time. We will continue with our next recognition. They shoot, they score. Our next recognition is to applaud Glass's Division II Lady Falcons basketball team. The Lady Falcons slam dunked their way to the division championship and ultimately brought home the division title to the Falcons' nest. Way to go, ladies. Okay, before we get our official picture with our district photographer, if there are any parents who'd like to take their own photo and so you can get a good shot before we get ours. Our Falcon spirit continues as up next we recognize the Glass Elementary Falcon Cheer Squad. Falcon Cheer participated at MCDA Nationals on March 9th. The girls rocked the mat and snagged a bid to Super Nationals in Nevada. Way to go, Falcons, and win big. Before we get our district photo, if there are any parents that'd like to get theirs real quick? Thought so? Okay, one more photo. Up next, the Graves JV Tiger Cheer Squad participated at the Six Flags National Cheer Competition in San Antonio, Texas. The girls rocked the mat and snagged the first place title in the mini level 1 division. Way to go, little Tigers. Well, you just saw the minis, so now it's time to see the older girls. Up next is Graves Elementary Varsity Tiger Cheer Squad. The Varsity Tigers have snagged 2 back-to-back first place awards for their campus. The first was at Six Flags, and the most recent one was this weekend. Way to go, Tigers. Liberty's Liberty's Division III lady basketball team raced up and down the court this season and nabbed the division title with ease. The Lady Eagles brought back a much-deserved championship title to the home of the red, white, and blue. Way to go, Lady Eagles. And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, and everyone else was out this season as the Liberty Winter League Division II baseball team took home the Winter Triple League Championship. It was a great undefeated season for the Eagles, and they continued to finish strong and fight to the very end. Congrats on an awesome season, boys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if it's one thing Liberty knows, it's obviously basketball. As up next, we recognize the boys Division III basketball program for making people take notice of them on the court this season. The boys followed in the girls' suit and brought home their very own championship title to Eagle Country. Way to go, Eagles, and keep bringing home those trophies. Congratulations are in order for Eagle Pass High School's Paola Saravia for earning a spot in the UTSA Top Scholar Program Class of 2028 and receiving a full ride scholarship for her outstanding academic performance throughout her 4 years of high school. Congrats, future Roadrunner. We do invite her family to join us. Up next, from Eagle Pass High School, Claudia Hernandez knew what she wanted and she did everything in her power to achieve it. Fun fact, Johns Hopkins boasts a 7% acceptance rate, which makes what Claudia accomplished in achieving acceptance to Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland, a huge accomplishment in itself. What makes it even more outstanding is thanks to the Quest Bridge National Match Program, she will receive an $80,000 scholarship per year. Way to show Maryland what EPHS is made of, Claudia. We do invite the family to come forward. You can give your phone to Mr. Reese if you'd want a photo on your phone. For outstanding achievement in leadership, service, and activities that improve the school and community, Eagle Pass High School Student Council has been named a Sweepstakes Council. Sweepstakes Councils must be recognized as an outstanding student council and receive awards in the following categories of DASH, Pride and Patriotism, Energy and Environment, as well as submitting a community service report. The Texas Association of Student Councils has 1,166 member schools. Of those, Eagle Pass High School is one of the only 233 student councils that received a sweepstakes honor. They have also received the District 15 Honor Council Award. Way to go, EPHS Stuco. And now, rounding out our recognitions for tonight, Memorial Junior High's very own Alejandra Martinez has been called upon by TEA to lend her expertise and help create new science standards for K through 8th grade, MJH is extremely proud of all the work Ms. Martinez continues to do, not only in the best interest for her own students, but for the interest of all of Texas students as well. Way to blaze that trail, Ms. Martinez.
Now we will move to district reports and presentations. We will take 1, 2, and 3 together. And 4. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. Mr. Mijares, we're good? All right. Any questions? Yes.
Oh, good, because last time I checked, it was 1, and I was going, better be more than that now.
Yeah, it's a lot more. We're drawing 5.59%.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's really good.
to hear.
Yes. We're doing really good on our investments. I think we're gonna be getting over close to $5 or $6 million this year.
Nice. Like it. Any other questions? No. If not, we'll move to number 5, presentation and update of Eagle Pass High School track project. Mr. Mijares?
Yes, we have Mr. Paul.
And gentlemen of the board, before I begin my presentation, I would like to say what a privilege it was to work with Board Member Fuentes and to participate in a small way in her great vision for this school district. That being said, she would want us to move right along. So my purpose here this evening is really just to kind of give you an update. I was here back in February, kind of showing you what we were planning to do. Since that time, we did put the project out for bid. It's been, it was originally posted to bid on April 4th. That was the original deadline. At a very late date, we received from a vendor, an important vendor, 6 pages of questions. So after that occurred, then we decided it would be in the best interest of the district to go ahead and delay that bid opening until the 25th of April. So that's where we are right now. We've addressed the questions since that time, and we have significant interest in this project, so I think we're going to have at least a handful of numbers to select from. So that's an encouraging development. And like I said, back in on the 25th, we'll be opening the bids, and we'll bring them to the board in May. Perfect. Is there anything specific I could address at this point?
Any questions?
We will see you in May.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Powell. We will now move to action items. Number 1, consider and take appropriate action on the request to adopt resolution 2023-24-08 to nominate a candidate to fill the vacancy of Board of Director of the Maverick County Appraisal District, MCAD.
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate Ms. Glenna Purcell to fill the vacancy of Maverick County Appraisal District Board of Director.
We have a motion by Ms. Purcell. We have a second by Trustee Hiller. Questions? If not, all in favor? We have, she abstains, Ms. Purcell abstains. All opposed? Motion passes, unanimous. Congratulations, Ms. Purcell. Number 2, consider and take appropriate action on the request to award sealed proposal number 242804 for high school cafeteria furniture and finishes for Eagle Pass High School, and CC Wynn and the board delegates the superintendent or designee the authority to make related budgeted purchases of goods or services as per board policy CH, and to amend the budget accordingly to include other matters related thereto. Mr. Mijares?
Yes, this is the proposal that we have. The board got a booklet so that you can see over the furniture and the project. Mr. Mario Garcia is here just in case anybody has any questions.
So we already opened the bids? How many bids? 2. Look nice. Perfect. Any questions?
Hello, if I may, in this bid, food service has been doing very well financially, so they have a fund balance, and this bid will be paid from the fund balance from the food service program. We will not be using M&O funds at all. Just want to clarify that.
What was the total of the bid?
600 and, that's right. Yes, the 600. The other bid was over $1 million, so it's good that we got 2 bids.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Perfect. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second. By Martinez, we have a motion by Ms. Martinez. Do we have a second by Mr. Hiller? All right. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. They look really nice. Yeah, very good job on the fund balance too. Congratulations.
Job well done.
And the you need to get from the other funds, that's very good, and they look really nice. But he's happy. Number 3, consider and take appropriate action on the request to award sealed proposal number 242904 for food distribution area remodel for Eagle Pass High School. And CC Win and the board of delegates, the superintendent or designee, the authority to make related budgeted purchases of goods or services as per board policy agent to amend the budget accordingly to include other matters related thereto. A different one?
Yes, this is a different one. This is for the actual labor in the building. The first one was for the furniture, and this is for the rest of the project.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put out another bid later in order to purchase equipment that will be under the food service funds. But this is for the building itself, which is things that food service itself cannot pay for.
So the actual construction of it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And there were how many bids on that? Just one?
Which just to, last time, the bid was something that, it was 2.5, I believe, 2.5. And we put it out for bid again because it was something that was not, within range.
What did it come in this time?
I believe it came out under, or at 2.
Okay. So $500,000 savings, so.
Yes.
Perfect.
What's the time frame on this?
Well, what we're gonna do is, action item number 2, we plan to move out, so we can go ahead and start seeing progress with the cafeteria furniture and the layout. And then, I was talking to Mr. Powell earlier, and we're looking into pushing this. Mr. Powell, did we say by?
Yeah, the schedule for the furniture component should be in place by the fall semester. We want to get started on the construction component because that's going to take 8 months, and it'll take us all the way to the Christmas break. So the idea is that we're going to have the furniture, the kitchen remodel, and the equipment all in place when you come back in the spring of 2025.
This won't interfere with the kids' lunches.
There will be some growing pains with this. There will have to be some temporary facility put out to serve the kids because we're going to be disrupting that entire serving area in both campuses. We have talked about the contingencies for that. I think we have a good plan in place for that, and it should minimize disruption.
Okay.
Our current serving lines are movable, so we plan to put them in the front part, and we will continue with our grab and go in another part of the cafeteria in order to be able to offer the both services, the hot line and the grab and go option, as well as the food truck will also be available like it has been. So it'll be some growing pains because they won't have the inside of the cafeteria to go to, but the same meals will be served on the in front of the serving lines itself.
And I see Mr. Huerta's here, so he's been involved with this, so.
Yes.
Good.
Also, in addition, we have the outdoor dining area that we invested in, so it'll provide a little bit more capacity and opportunities for them to eat as well.
And we saw the CC one. That looks really nice too, so it'll help.
It's really nice and comparable, I think. I mean, to alleviate some of the traffic. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's gonna look nice.
Thank you. Any other questions? Do we have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Dr. Alvarez. Do we have a second? Second by Trustee Hiller. Questions? If not, all in favor? All opposed? Motion passes unanimous. Thank you. Number 4, consideration and approval of resolution 2023-24-09 regarding early release days and compensation of employees regarding same time. Mr. Mijares?
Yes, this is a resolution, and I think we did one during the pandemic. This is so that our employees, sometimes the day's not on the calendar, and we have early releases, and many times you guys get calls. And this is just for us to be able to do this whenever something's not on the calendar, or whether it's in the calendar or not. It serves as a purpose for motivating our teachers and motivating our staff.
Mr. Mijares, is this legal? Paying people for
Yes,
hourly wages when they're not working?
that's why we're passing the resolution.
It just seems a little fuzzy to me. Maybe we could have a few less early outs.
Well, that's something that we can discuss, you guys can discuss with me. And, but usually, employees start calling you guys that we're gonna have early release. And usually it's before spring break, before Thanksgiving break, some that are not scheduled. Usually for example, when we leave to Christmas break, that's already in the calendar. But the reason that we don't have every single one scheduled is that we don't know, we always have to play with our minutes. And I mean, I could put every single early release on the calendar, but sometimes I don't know if we're gonna have enough minutes. So remember, we need to have 7,900 instructional minutes. So once I see that we haven't used any weather days, then I can, give those days sort of in a different way to the employees. Okay, because as you know, we are one of the very few districts here in South Texas that have 180 instructional days. So, for example, Uvalde has 169 instructional days. So we are way over on the instructional minutes. So it just gives a way where we have a little bit more flexibility. And if we don't have an inclement weather day, we decide to do an early release. But I don't want to schedule those just in case we have, like when we had the freeze, that we were out for a whole week.
Why do we have more days? Why do we have more days than?
We have more days because we don't want to cut down on instructional days. It decreases learning time for the students, and the state does recommend for us to have 180 days. So we want to maximize academics. That's why we do that. We do use 7 days as staff development a year, apart from the 180 days.
Okay. Questions? If not, is there a motion? A motion by Trustee Perry. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Alvarez. No other questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. We'll now move to consent items. We will take 1 through 8 together.
I saw there was one little change that needed to be made on the draft minutes for the March 19th meeting. It was correct on the February that I was here for Mr. Richard Strieber, but the March one said he was present, and I believe I was here last month, so I just wanted to say that'll be an adjustment to it.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Any questions? If not, do we have a motion to take all the consent items? Motion by Trustee Perry. Do we have a second? Second by Trustee Purcell. No other questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. Please thank the Maxi Energy Company for their donation, please. Thank you. The Board of Trustees of the Eagle Pass Independent School District will convene in closed session as authorized by the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, to deliberate upon the following matters. Number 1, the board will hear the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074. Number 2, the board will hear the request to approve term contracts as presented. Number 3, the board will consult with its legal counsel regarding cost number 221 CV 00048 AMCW Liliana Jimenez versus Eagle Pass ISD in the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas, Del Rio Division, and a possible resolution of the case pursuant to TGC 551.071. Number 4, the board will hear the district-wide intruder detection audit report findings. Do I have a motion to convene in closed session? Motion by trustee Hitter. Do we have a second? Second by trustee Perry. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. The time is 7:04. And the date is Monday, April 15, 2024. And the Board of Trustees is now in closed session, and no action will be taken in closed session. 7:37 p.m. The date is Monday, April 15, 2024, and the Board of Trustees of the Eagle Pass Independent School District is now in open session, and we will move to item number 9. 9. All right, consider and take appropriate action on the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074.
Mr. President, I move to approve the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074.
There is a motion by Trustee Perry. Do we have a second? Second by Trustee Martinez. Any questions? If not, all in favor? All opposed? Motion passes unanimous. Thank you. The board will consider and take appropriate action on the request to approve term contracts as presented.
Mr. President, I move to approve the request to approve term contracts as presented.
We have a motion by Trustee Taylor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Alvarez.
I must abstain from number 34.
We have an abstention by Ms. Purcell. Trustee Purcell. All in favor? All abstain?
Just number 34.
Yes. And all opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Number 3, the board will consider and take possible action to resolve cause number 221 CV 0048 AMCW Liliana Jimenez versus Eagle Pass ISD in the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas, Del Rio Division, pursuant to TGC 551.071.
I so move.
There is a motion. Is there
I did. Do I need to read it? If I'll,
Usually,
he just read it. That's
it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's written as the same thing as the motion here.
Okay.
Okay.
Possible action to resolve.
So we don't need to say anything.
Well, just because it's litigation, just go ahead and read the whole thing.
I'll read it. I move to approve the settlement in cause number 221-CV-00048-AM-CW Liliana Jimenez versus Eagle Pass ISD in the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas, Del Rio Division, as discussed in closed session.
Do we have a second? Second by Trustee Hiller. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. And there's no action for number 4. Mr. Mijares, we now move to correspondence and information.
Yes, we have a long list, and it may get longer next month because of graduation and other events. On Thursday, April 18th, we have the transportation luncheon at 1 p.m. in the new transportation building. Friday, April 19th, we have the CC Wynn High School NHS induction ceremony at 6 p.m. in the auditorium. Monday, April 22nd, we have the Eagle Pass High School NHS induction ceremony at 6 p.m. at the Eagle Pass High School. Thursday, May 2nd, we have scholarship contributors recognition at 6 p.m. at the SAC. Friday, May 3rd, we have Cinco de Mayo luncheon, 11:30 to 1 here at the district board room. May 6th, 2024, we have Eagle Pass High School Top 5% banquet at 6 p.m. May 8th, we have CC Wynn High School Top 5 banquet at the band hall. May 13th, we have the Teacher of the Year breakfast at 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. here in the district boardroom. And finally, Tuesday, May 14th, we have our regular board meeting here at 5:45. Also, yearly cybersecurity training completion date should be June 28th. All items have been placed in your calendar.
And now, do we have a motion to adjourn? Motion by trustee Hiller, do we have a second? Second by Dr. Alvarez, all in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. It is 7:42, Monday, April 15, 2024, and we adjourn this meeting.